What's up, guys? We're going to go ahead and jump into match 2 right now. We won match 1, and we have a pretty good deck, so hopefully we can continue that streak and go get a trophy. We haven't seen Kiora Best of Sea God yet, which is how I thought he'd be winning the majority of my games. So hopefully they show up in the next 2 matches, because maybe they won't be as easy. Luckily, we got some other ways to finish out the game in a couple 4/4s. Typhoon that can come later, the Brawler that can fight people as a 4/4. We got other ways to win the game, of course, but the funnest way, the best way, is Kiora. Doesn't look like this is a hand we can keep. I mean, we could hope they play a creature and scry 2 off of it into some lands, but that just doesn't seem like the type of thing I'd want to be doing. And we're on the draw, so there's a chance we could draw a land, and if we draw a land, this hand kind of unlocks itself as long as the land is green. It's actually close, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to run the risk. And I feel like this hand is significantly better. We'll keep it. I don't want to get rid of my 3 spells, so I'm fine getting rid of Forest in the hopes that we draw a land later, which we should, odds are. And we're on the draw, so. Alright, we're facing a red deck of some sort. We'll go ahead and play our blue out first. Faking that we have a bounce spell or something. I always like to pretend I have cards, always keep up mana of a card that we could have. Now, in situations like this, it really doesn't matter much. They won't play around it, but I always try to make it a habit. Go ahead and yield through the turn. So, turn 2 Grove Dancer and a turn 3 Hippocamp feels like we're doing it. And we have a way to draw a card off Return to Nature and their wings, even though it doesn't look very good right now. So I'm going to attack for 2 and consider actually not playing the Hippocamp this turn because they haven't played a creature yet. And what they could be doing is holding up the Red Omen, and I'd hate to just throw my Hippocamp away. So instead of playing the Hippocamp this turn, I think I'm going to play the Instructor and see what we can filter into. Okay, we kind of definitely need that land. And right now Return to Nature doesn't look great. We could toss the Brawler thinking we would never get there, but I like the upside of it too much. I think I'm going to bend the Return to Nature and give us an option of playing the Typhoon next turn. Kind of playing the long game, and it looks like he's mana screwed too, so he might not be hitting his other color. And he's not using the Red Omen, so I don't think we would have to play around that anymore. Because if he had it, he would have just killed one of our creatures. So we'll start off by attacking with these guys. And we'll continue to be mana efficient and play out our 4/4. But given how mana screwed he is, he might just concede. This might be the end of the first game. And if I was him, I wouldn't show us any cards. So we can't sideboard. And likewise, I don't think I'm going to show him any more cards. Yeah, I will play one more card. I don't mind showing that we have a Typhoon. We might be able to side into some way to kill our graveyard or whatnot, but I just want to guarantee this game's over right now, which I think was guaranteed either way. But so we literally seen nothing out of him. We've seen 1 wings and some red mana. I don't feel like that gives us a good enough idea of what to side against him. We could speculate that he is an aggro deck, and we could throw in, you know, life gain, or like a defensive creature, or that he's given his creatures flying so we could Titan plummet. I don't think any of those are good ideas. I think our deck's really strong on its own, and I don't feel like whatever we're facing we're going to be that far behind that I need to speculate and weaken what I'm already doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just submit. Okay, this hand is slow. If he has some things, if he's an aggressive deck like we kind of were speculating on, then we're going to get run over. If we don't draw one of our mini 2-drops, we're going to get run over. We don't do anything until turn 4. We're on the draw. Return Teenager could kill something, but also can't bank on that. I'm going to send it back. I like that hand way better. Question is, what to send back? I don't want to send it back a land because we have kind of a high curve for the cards we want most. So I think the 2 flyers are good. I think we got double Dancer and we got more in the deck, so I think I'll throw it back. Black. So he's red, black. I don't think he's aggro. I think he's like a grindy kill stuff deck. He could also be a sacrifice deck as well. But if he was a sacrifice deck, I feel like I would have seen some more of his early cards in red. I don't know. We'll see what interactions and stuff he has. We'll see. I think it's best to just run out Dancer. If he red omens it, it's fine. Seems like I'm quickly going through what I want to do, so he's already asked 6 through his turn, so he didn't have any 2-mana interaction. Alright, so there's a good chance he's a sack deck. Okay, so we gotta decide what we want to do here. We don't want to attack, so we gotta decide whether we want to play a Vexing Goal or an Instructor. I think I want to play an Instructor, again, because I want to keep as much flash or instant speed interaction going on for any hippocamps that I draw. I don't think I really need to be worrying about racing at this point, so putting the flyer out there as soon as possible, I don't need to do. I think filtering seems good. I don't know what out of this hand I would want to pitch back. That might be an issue. Yeah. I got early mana plays. I'm going to send back a land. Gain my life and send it back to him. No attacks. Not a bluff I want to have. Especially tapped out. Yeah. I don't think land is that bad there. I think we'll just draw a land throughout the turns. Or things to do with our mana until we do. Red hero, that's fine. Yep, so I'm happy I threw back the land. Okay, well, we'll send it back. Send it back. We got a very good late game in this deck. So if we wanted to stand at a stalemate, that's fine. And then we'll flash in probably the Vexing Goal. Then try to be as mana efficient as possible. Ah, he wants to trade a hero, and that's perfectly fine by me. I will trade my Instructor for your hero. Cool. And if he had any way to like pump it or things like that, I could always have flashed in the Singer and hopefully mess with it a little bit, but probably wouldn't have mattered. A 4/5. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Huh. Okay, so if I put out the hippocamp, and then on his turn I can draw a card and neg down his 4/5. Neg 3 it. So it'd be a 2/5. And then I could gang block it. So that seems pretty good. Let's do that. Again, we'll pass through the turn. Now if he has a way to steal my guy, I'm going to feel bad about it. But I'll probably still draw a card with the singer. Boop, boop. Looking back, had I not taken the Dream Trawler and took Eutropia, this deck would have been just insane. What's he gonna do? He is attacking. He's attacking with both. So what do we think he could have? I think he could have a Final Death, like an Infuriate. I think I'm gonna flash in the Singer, get my card. So we'll go ahead and do that first, and then we'll kind of make a decision from there. Yield that. Oh, another hippocamp. If I can get some more instant speed stuff, we could really just be doing it. Alright, buddy, what are you doing? Is he swinging with both? That's the part that makes me wonder. Makes me think he probably has an Infuriate. And if he does have that, what does that give? +3, +2? If I neg 3 this, it's neg 1. +3 would be back to 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do it to him. We'll gang block the little guy. Because I honestly think he has Infuriate. And I'm willing to take 4 on that speculation. So if he has Infuriate, he can make his butt 2 bigger, which this kills that. And I'm not willing to put this guy on the line, especially if I'm going to have another one come out. Any instant speed from that on makes me have a divination, which is great. So I'm going to do this. See what happens. Now if he has an Infuriate, he can just kill one of my creatures. If he had a Final Death, he probably would have killed the hippocamp or something first. Or he wouldn't have attacked with both of those. That's the part that doesn't make any sense unless he has a pump spell. So now he's going to sack that guy? Yeah. Yep. Perfectly fine with that as well. You got it, fella. Alright, 4/3. Cool. Ichthyomorphosis. So all of our instant speed effects are low costing. So I don't think I need to play out the hippocamp right now, because if I draw one later, I can always play it and the instant speed effect. So I think locking something down right now is the right move. Now we have to decide what we want to lock down. we have this brawler, which can fight this guy and kill it, but he can't do it to this guy. So it's possible I lock him down so I can kill this guy and we don't have to deal with a 5 toughness guy anymore. Or I could lock him down and try to race this guy. So I have to decide what is best in that scenario. If we do that, we race, we hit them for 6, 7. From the 13, he swings back and puts us to 12. I think I'm more on locking this guy down and just swinging with the flyers and being patient. Our late game's good, so I'm going to be patient. Like you said, this lets us deal with a guy that we wouldn't otherwise be able to. So. I have no idea, other than him having pump spells, why that attack happened last turn. But I don't know. That's weird. Alright, so he went ahead and killed the hippocamp. Makes sense. He's going to swing for 4. Which again is fine. And this costs 3, correct? Yes. Alright, well that's pretty good. So, we're not holding any of these back to block. So right now, if he has that pump spell, he dang well can use it and kill one of my dudes. Kill my Grove Dancer if he wants. He does not. Okay. So we'll go ahead and play the Typhone. And of course, holding up the 1 blue, like I said, I think it's always best to bluff when you can. It eats Extinction. So it's possible he was holding that up. Now, attacking with a 2-3 doesn't stop much in that scenario because I just triple block that guy and I would kill it either way. So eat the Extinction he was holding up in case I double block the 2-3, then he could eat both. Maybe. Just seems silly. Okay. Well, he didn't play around the bluff. What are you going to do? He's going to kill the Vexing Gull. And we're going to hope to draw land, because then we're going to fight that thing down. And hope that the rest of our top decks and stuff beats his. Alright, we did it. Yeah, I'm going to try to fight first before I swing. Just get a better idea of whether I need to release someone back or not. Alright, cool. I'm not concerned about haste really, so we'll just swing and have 6 through our turn. Okay, he drew some cards, I assume? Yeah, he did. And he milled. Okay. So there's a couple of these war leaders. Middle land and a war leader. Okay. So we're going to swing, and we're going to play out our hippocamp guy, and I'm going to hold the land in hand because we have Thirst of Meaning in our deck. And it just gives us one more thing to kind of discard. Unfortunately, if he would have killed this guy instead of You know, we would have played him out of the yard. But, eh. Alright, he's got Tyrmits, Calls the Dead. Alright, we get a good look at his deck this way, at least. The hero, War Leader, 4/3 guy. He's got Nightmare too. Yeah, he's got some good cards in this deck. He seems more of the. He has a definite. He punished me for keeping the lands. That's all right. Boop. So now the question is, do we take the chance of milling our Kiora card by for the sake of milling and possibly gaining a life? I think we're going to. Oh, no. Punished. All right, let's go. Moving past it. That's actually not a bad draw. Oh, man. Well, at least we couldn't cast it yet. We're in a racing situation here. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we will swing for 1. If we swing for 1 and play the Destiny Spinner, it sets up a pretty good attack next turn because it keeps our enchantments around. So if he trades here, he would go to 8, go to 7. So it'd be 8 to 7. If he doesn't trade with our 2/2s, then he would go down to 1, and then he'd be able to swing back. Oh man, this is tough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna swing out. Then again, he's gonna make. Yeah, I think I'm gonna swing out. He's gonna make a zombie next turn, but I don't think sitting around is gonna help me. It definitely hurts my chances of getting more interactions happening with this, but oh well. We're hoping to push as much pressure as possible. I'm still sad that I hadn't thought about it for a while, and we did know the actual card I was thinking. Sadness. Oh, he milled 3 lands. Feels good for him. Alright, this sets up the win this turn if he doesn't play anything else, which it looks like he is. Mire Triton. Dang. Gain some life. He has Cruxa. Oh man. That's scary. We're gonna have to really think through this turn. And there's no point in not milling at this point. Yep. Okay. So we can make a 2/2 with haste and trample. And if we swing out with that all, he can block here, trade here, block here, trade here, take 3, go to 4, and then bring Cruxa out, which will make me lose 3 and have a 6/6 around. Ooh, don't like that. So we have an option of just making a 2/2 and swinging with that and swinging with this. Well, I think swinging with a 2/2 makes sense. So we're going to do that. A zombie too. They're both zombies. Yikes. Okay. So it doesn't make sense not to swing with a flyer in the 2-2. I have to decide who else to swing with here. We're in a tricky predicament here. I'm trying to keep pressure and kill them, but also when the Cruxa comes down, we're going to be in a bad place. So we kind of want to get their board gone, but getting their board gone leads to this blocking here and this blocking here, which gets rid of us being able to make this every turn. If I don't do that, they could take 5, or they could just trade here, trade here, take 3, go to 4. That till end of turn. Yeah. I think that's my better attack. I want to keep this ability around. So I'm going to swing here. Oof. Just close. Yep. Yeah, I had that feeling. Ooh-wee. Things are getting scary. Oh no. This last card was Final Death. This last card was Final Death. Well, it's not looking good for us so far. That Crux is coming out. He's gonna deal 3. And then have a 6/6 that can be coming out every turn. Alright, I don't know what we can draw here. We'll play the Grove Dancer. You're going to swing and deal 3 to us. Which means we got to block both. Do this turn. Yeah. Alright, good enough. Let's look through his deck. He's got Soul Reaper of Mogus. Alright, so his removal is Perfora's Intervention, Eat Extinction, Iris Blessing, Farika's Libation, Final Death, Catoblepus. He has Cruxa and some good 2-drops. So he is not the aggressive deck. We know that. He is kind of a controlling red-black deck. So we can see what we got to deal with that. Enchantments-wise, doesn't have much to kill. His Iris Blessing, which already does damage. Tournament's Call, that pretty much already does what it's going to do. So let's sideboard. Let's sideboard. Vipers are possible. I don't feel like the life gain's needed. Hunt Master could be a card to bring in, just kind of be more grindy. Mill, he's already pretty well doing that, and that might help him. I don't know. It's tough. I don't feel like Return to Nature's at its best in this deck. Man. What would I bring in? You could try to be more aggressive. Take out a Return to Nature, bring in one of those. Let's try that. Alright, let's try to win this one. Got 8 minutes to do it. That's a keeper. Got a bunch of Grove Dancers and a Destiny Spinner. Once we get enough mana to really do some cool stuff. And then that card, so we really want the mana. Alright, I'm going to play the Grove Dancer out. Possible I should have played the Destiny Spinner because it has 3 toughness, so if he has a Red Omen, even though we see most of his deck, he probably doesn't. But, and he's taking the Kiora or something out of my hand. No, okay. Thought it was coming too. Yeah, like I said, free attacks. Actually, it might not be a free attack because I want to just Thirst for Meaning here. But now that I swung, I'm not doing that anymore. We're gonna Grove Dancer. It's possible I want to chain the memory here to just kind of make sure I start hitting lands. Because if I can get to this game will be over. It's like he, instead of hitting all red the first game, he's hitting all black this game. Okay. Tyramit. So do I want to scry too? I don't feel like it's bad. So let's just go ahead and scry. I'm using a card, so it's kind of definitely... Oh, I was getting land anyways. I want to keep them both. Yeah, order the island first and keep them both. That's fine. I will Destiny Spinner, and we'll be able to make a 3/3 next turn to swing through this, hopefully. Honestly, we're just buying time at this point. With the Kiora, Best to See God, and hope to just win. His only way to interact with Kiora, Best to See God, is Farika's Libation, it looked like. And he's going to kill the Destiny Spinner, it looks like. With Perforos Intervention, I think. Oh no, Crux enters. And I have to discard a card. Oh man, that sucks. We are 3 mana away from Kiora, Best to See God. And we could cast Thirst of Meaning right now. I'm going to take the better card. Keep it. Keep the better card. But I don't like it. We know we're drawing at least 1 mana. Okay. Alright. We can make a 3/3, but that's not going to do anything on this board, so pass it back. If he can load 3 more cards in his graveyard, we might have to start holding cards in hand to protect our Kiora card. It's not bad. It's possible I should have milled. Although drawing this ain't bad. Yeah. Keep sending it back. We're really gonna be living on the edge of this one, hoping that we can draw a couple lands in a row. That's fine, a flyer now. Alright, so we're taking a little bit of a beating. I'm in a rock and a hard place because I want to mill here, but I also don't want it to mill lands. So if it was milling anything but lands, I'd be ecstatic. But if I mill lands, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to draw. Thank goodness. I'll play this. We're going to fight. I mean, we can fight the thing that's flying. Try to mitigate how much damage we're taking. I could also fight this because it's going to sack a bunch of things. Oh, we'll just fight the flyer. We'll just kind of keep chugging along. None of this stuff really attacks through our board at this point. So he asked to pay, what is it, 1 or 2? 1? It's not much. But still, I think killing that. If we draw a land this turn, then I think we pretty well should have this. But we're fading a lot of things by doing that, because if he takes this out of our hand right now, or plays the thing that makes us discard, we're in bad shape. That's fine. That's fine. Swing for 2 in the air. The fact that he's more of a controlling deck is playing to more our advantage this game. We're at 5 minutes. Ooh, baby. Don't Farika's Libation that. Can't be countered. Not that it matters. Alright. I don't have to do a thing. We just sit back. Sit back and let it do the work. So if he Farika's Libations this, then we still at least got an 8/8 and got a card out of his hand. So it's definitely still a 2-for-1. If we get to the next turn and tap his board, we're in great shape. Now he does. No, he's discarding. So what he's going to do is try to bring Cruxa out or draw towards that Libation. If this gets to our turn and it taps his board, we can swing for 8 plus 6, that's 14, and we activate a land plus 4, that's 18. So that's pretty good. And then we'll still have one of his things the next turn. So if we untap on this turn and still have Kioras around, we're going to win this game. Swing for 2 in the air. Yeah. Works for me. What you got, buddy? What you got? So there's a chance he plays Cruxa here because he didn't draw what he wanted. But there's also a chance he just discards to try to get the Libation that we know he has. So one of the best cards in the set may have saved my butt this game. But we are also playing towards it the whole time, and I took a chance by pitching the Thirst of Meaning, knowing that that was the card that could win this game. What are we doing? Pitching a card. Okay, so he's going to kill the Destiny Sphere. Makes sense. Alright, so we untap. And we tap his whole board. They stay tapped. back to him. We're going to hold up a couple activations of our dancers to kind of keep our health up in case there's something you can do with Cruxa and all this good stuff. With Cruxa and sacking his dudes. So our health total is a little bit low, but also we're going to do that and also bounce as one creature or two creatures. Cool. So let's go ahead. Alright, so we're going to bounce this guy, and we're going to steal this guy and win. And then we swing out and win. And that right there is why that's the best limited card in the set. That was a game I shouldn't have won. Alright, that's it for round 2. We are 2-0. We're going for the trophy. We'll see you in the next round, guys.